Hello, my name is Emma, and in today's video, we are going to do something very special. Okay, we are going to practice our listening skills by doing a really fun activity that I love to do with my classes. So, for this video, we are going to be listening for adjectives about the face. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a whole bunch of new words, and maybe some words you already know, that we can use to describe our faces. Okay, so you are going to first learn some new words, and we're going to review some words. And once you have these words down, what we are going to do is I am going to describe a face to you. And while I describe it, you're going to listen carefully, and you are going to draw the face. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to take your pen or your pencil and a piece of paper, and you are going to draw what I describe. Okay. Now, it's okay if you're not a great artist. You don't have to be for this video. You don't have to be Picasso or Leonardo da Vinci. Okay. As you can tell, I'm not the greatest of artists, so that's okay. But after you listen and you draw what I say, you're going to look at your picture and you're going to compare it to my picture or what I was describing. And then you can see, okay, are these the same? Are they different? Did I follow the instructions? Did I understand these adjectives correctly? And so this is a great way to really practice your listening and to also learn some new words. All right, so let's get started. Ta-da! Here is my art. Okay, so I'm going to describe these pictures now, just so you learn some new words, and we're also going to review maybe some words you already know. Okay, and I hope none of my drawings creep you out. I know that they might be a little bit unusual, but let's get started. So when we're talking about faces, there's many different ways to describe a face. I've just picked two. This man has a long face. Okay, his face is in the shape of an oval, but it's also very long. Now compare this to this person who has a round face, more like a circle. Okay, so during the description, I'm going to be describing faces, and I'm going to either use the word a long face or a round face. Okay, so here we have the eyes, we have the nose, we have the mouth. In this picture, we have lips, which are these things. So we might have really red lips or big lips like Angelina Jolie, maybe small lips, thin lips, okay? Another thing I'm going to talk about in this video is eyebrows. So the eyebrows are this part of your face. They're the hairy part above the eyes here. So I have two different types of eyebrows. These eyebrows, so you see we have eyes here. The eyebrows here are very thin, whereas these eyebrows are thick, or we can also call them bushy eyebrows, okay, because they almost look like bushes, bushy or thick. Okay, another thing you're going to hear during this listening activity is I'm going to talk about wrinkles. So what's a wrinkle? Well, as you get older, your face starts to develop these lines, usually around the eyes or maybe around, your smile. And we call these age lines wrinkles, okay? So here's the spelling of that word. So you'll be hearing this word during the listening activity. You might also hear the word braces. So braces are something that helps your teeth to become straight. So during the listening, one of the people I'm going to be describing may have braces. So this is the teeth, and it's just a piece of wire that goes across the teeth to help keep the teeth straight. Okay, so anything else in this picture? No? Let's move on to this picture. The other thing you might hear during this activity is I might be describing facial hair. So when I'm talking about facial hair, I'm not talking about the hair on the head, I'm talking about the hair on the face. So this man has a lot of facial hair. He has a beard, which is hair that comes from your chin down. You might have a short beard or a very long beard. This man has a long beard. I also put a mustache on this man. So that's the facial hair or the hair under the nose, the mustache. And this is how we spell that word. There are so many different types of mustaches. In this video, we're just going to say mustache. And, it'll look something like this. We sometimes also talk about sideburns. A sideburn is facial hair that goes near the ear, and it's like a facial hair that comes down to about here. So for example, this man, this part is his facial hair. His sideburns. And we call them sideburns because they're at the side of your face. So sideburns. I've also put on this person freckles. So what are freckles? Freckles are these spots. A lot of the times people who might have lighter skin or maybe red hair or blonde hair, a lot of the times you'll see them have a lot of spots on their face. Those are freckles. And other people have them as well. So the word is freckles. I've drawn them right here. This person also has, he's a very strange looking person actually. I've given him what we call bangs. So bangs are, it's part of your hair, and it's when you have hair that goes on your forehead. So this is your forehead, and when you have hair that comes down here, we call that bangs. So you see this part, these are his bangs. So it's part of your hair that's on your forehead. I've also drawn a lady here. This lady has bangs as well, and her hair is also in braids. Okay, so you might hear the word braids during this listening activity. These are braids, okay? Another word that might come up is the word cheek. These are our cheeks, okay? So they're a part of your face. Here are his cheeks. I put freckles on this man's cheeks, okay? And I'll spell that out for you. Okay, so that might be another word that will come up. Okay, now I've also talked a little bit about eyes, and in this listening activity, you'll be hearing some things about eyes. These parts of the eyes, the hairy part, we call those eyelashes. So this person has very long eyelashes, okay? Maybe if I add even more, now they're very thick, long eyelashes. This person also, I've drawn some dark circles under her eyes. And so we call these dark circles. So it's when, some people, they haven't had a lot of sleep. If you've stayed up the whole night or, you haven't been sleeping well, you'll get dark circles under your eyes. And sometimes we call these bags. So this person has really dark bags under their eyes, or they have bags because they haven't slept well. Okay, so hopefully some of these words are new to you. And we also have maybe some words you already know, like nose or lips or face. So take a moment, look at these words, think about them. And when you're ready, I want you to get a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper, and we're going to start practicing our listening. Okay, so you can pause the video, get those things, and when you're ready, we are going to start drawing. Okay, so now I am going to describe the face of a person, and I want you to draw it as best as you can, okay? And I will be using these words. If you want, you can look at these words, they might help you. But if you feel very comfortable, you can not look at these words. Maybe you could, just look at your piece of paper and draw, okay? So, do we have our pen ready and our paper ready? Let's get started. This is a man, and he has a long face. He has long white hair, a long white mustache, and a long white beard. He has very bushy eyebrows. He has small eyes and a large pointy nose. There are dark circles under his eyes. He has wrinkles around his eyes and his mouth. His face is very serious. Okay, so take a moment. And I'm going to add one other thing. He's wearing a very pointy hat. Okay. So take a moment, finish that picture. Okay, if you need to, you can rewatch a couple times. Make sure you get everything. Okay, and once you're ready, I'm now going to do the big reveal as to who you just drew. You drew, bum, 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 Gandalf the Wizard. Okay, so compare your picture. How does it look? Does it look like Gandalf? Did you do the long face? Did you do the bushy eyebrows and the wrinkles? All right, so take a moment, see what parts you might have missed. Did you get everything? All right, and now when you're ready, we will do our next picture. Okay, so the second face I'm going to describe. Okay, so you might need a new paper for this. This person is a girl. She has a round face. She has small eyes, and she is wearing big circular glasses. She has freckles on her cheeks and braces on her teeth. She has thin eyebrows and dark circles under her eyes. She has a very small nose and a very big mouth. She has 2 long braids at the side of her face. Okay, so take a moment. If you need to rewatch that part of the video, that's okay. And once you are ready, I'm going to tell you who you just drew. Okay, the person you just drew is a cartoon character I used to love when I was younger, and her name is Eliza Thornberry. Okay, so compare your picture. How does it look? Did you remember to draw the braces? Did you remember the braids? Okay, let's take a moment. Okay, are you ready for the next one? Let me get ready. Okay. All right, so when you're ready, get your pen and your paper, and let's get started. Okay, the next person is a man. So he has a man's face. He has a big round head, 2 big eyes, bushy eyebrows, and a long nose. He has a big brown mustache, 2 big ears, and a big smile where you can only see the top row of his teeth. So you can't see the bottom row of his teeth. You can see the top row of his teeth. He is wearing a red hat that looks almost like a baseball hat. In the center of his red hat, there is a circle on it, and inside the circle, there is the letter M. Okay, so that one's a little bit harder. There's a lot that I just described. So take a moment. If you need to, you can rewatch the video or rewatch that part. All right. And once you're ready, I'm going to tell you who it is you just drew. Bum, 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 bum. You just drew Mario. All right. How does your picture look? Does it compare? Does it look like Mario? All right. So when you're ready, and again, you don't have to be an artist. It doesn't have to look exact. The point here is that you're using these words. Okay, the last person I am going to describe to you, when you are ready, you can get your paper again. So this is a girl. She has a round face. She has short hair that reaches her ears. So her hair is short. It goes to her ears. She has thick bangs, big brown eyes, a small nose, and a thin mouth. So who did I just describe? Are you ready? I just talked about Dora the Explorer. Okay, so compare your picture. Does it look like Dora? Okay, yes, maybe no. That's okay. So you have just practiced listening to a whole bunch of different adjectives about the face. We use these a lot when we're describing people, or even when we're reading books, or if you like police dramas, the police often have to, somebody often describes a suspect to the police, so you might hear these words there. So they do come up. This is a great activity to practice with your friends, with your teacher, maybe in your classroom. You can suggest it to everyone. You can play this with your family, pretty much with anyone who is also practicing English. This is a great game. And, when you learn new words, a really good idea is to draw them if you can, because that will really help you remember them as well. So thank you for watching. I want to invite you to come visit our website at www.ingvid.com. There you can do a quiz to practice some of these new words that you might have just learned, such as beard or cheeks or dark circles. Okay, so these words will be on a quiz at our website. You can also subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of great videos on all sorts of different topics. If you want more practice with listening, we have more listening videos like this. And we also have videos on vocabulary, IELTS, TOEFL, business English, grammar, pronunciation, all sorts of different things. So I invite you to come check it out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.